The Osun Masterminds has commended the implementation of the first subsidy removal policy by the President Bola Tinubu, stating that over the years, public office holders have used the medium to embezzle the nation's commonwealth.
Commend the bravery of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in removing the fuel subsidy once and for all. Fuel subsidy had been used over the years by corrupt public office holders to embezzle our commonwealth and consequently keep the nation on its knees.
The civil society organization stated this during its June edition of the state address in Osogbo on Monday. The executive director, Professor Wasiu Edokunwale, stated that the removal came with difficulties, hence the organization makes some recommendations to the federal government.
In managing the current issues, therefore, we recommend the following. 1. Immediate upward review of the nation's minimum wage. We commend the governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, for proactive handling of the issues that followed the subsidy removal. His upward review of minimum wage in Edo State to 40,000 naira is a template. It can be jacked higher, though, that all the other federating units and the federal government need to emulate. Salaries are one of the easiest routes to get the money into circulation, and government must look into that direction. 2. Payment of backlog of salary owed ASU. 3. Immediate review of the nation's labor laws and enforcement in the private sector. 4. Improvement in targeted interventions to the informal sector. We have had several interventions to the informal sector in the past, but they have mostly been riddled with corruption, thereby making it impossible for the interventions to achieve their set goals. 5. Probe of parastatals, ministries, departments, and agencies under the previous government. Corruption almost crippled our dear nation. Some public office holders under that government robbed the nation blind and are today working freely. We call on the government of President Tinubu to commission an immediate probe of MDAs, ministries, departments, and agencies with a view to recouping embezzled funds and channeling them towards life easy for the common man. And to make the matters worse, the former president looked away while all this happened.
Edokunwale also called on Osun State government to provide palliative measures to ease the welfare of the Osun State residents. He speaks further.
Aside palliative measures that federal government must put in place, we also recommend the following palliative measures to the Osun State government. 1. Refurbishment and redeployment of the Omoluabi scholar buses as mass transit buses to ease the cost of transportation. The buses are rotting away in the state secretariat and must now be put to good use, especially at a time such as this. Osun is already one of the few states in Nigeria where there is no government-coordinated mass transit scheme, and this is a good time to implement one. 2. Review of the minimum wage. The action of the Edo State government has proved to everyone that it is possible for state governments as a subnational to take proactive measures in the review of minimum wage in their state without necessarily waiting for orders from the federal government. We advise the governor to follow suit and immediately review the minimum wage in Osun to reflect current realities. Where this is impossible, the government should do a review of the allowances in the salary computation of civil servants to reflect current realities. And in this too, pensioners must also not be left out. 3. Targeted interventions to the informal sector and enforcement of labor laws on the private sector.
The group hopes the recommendations will be taken as constructive advice and actions will be taken to implement them in making life easier for the people. From Osogbo, Modbola Shomi, Insight Links TV.